Fever face adversity head-on as Caitlin Clark rallies team for a Commissioner's Cup final. The Indiana Fever haven't exactly cruised through the 2025 WNBA season. At 8-8, nearing the halfway point, their record reflects a team still trying to establish consistency amid mounting pressure and injury setbacks. And yet, despite all the ups and downs, Indiana now stands on the doorstep of a historic milestone, their first ever shot at a Commissioner's Cup title. On Tuesday, the Fever will go head-to-head with the defending champion Minnesota Lynx in a high-stakes, winner-take-all battle for mid-season supremacy. It's a golden opportunity for a franchise that has endured a long climb back to relevance, but they may have to fight for it without their biggest star. Caitlin Clark, the reigning Rookie of the Year and one of the most recognizable faces in women's basketball, is officially listed as questionable for the matchup due to a groin injury that has sidelined her for the Fever's last 2 games. Her status casts a shadow over what could be Indiana's most important contest of the season so far. Clark's leadership looms large even as she battles injury. Even though her availability remains uncertain, Clark continues to lead from the sideline. Ahead of Tuesday's game, the 23-year-old guard addressed the adversity her team has faced, offering both motivation and perspective during a crucial moment in the season. "Nobody said this season was going to be perfect for us," Clark said via Joshua Heron of Indy Star. "There's always going to be ups and downs, and I think as we get moving here through All-Star, these are the moments we're going to be able to look back on and hopefully be able to give a lot of credit to for certain situations that we were in." Clark pointed to the various hurdles Indiana has already had to overcome as proof of the team's resilience and ability to stay united in tough times, injuries, or coaches not being here for a couple of games. "Everyone has been through a little bit of adversity here," she continued. "Just giving our group credit for being able to stick together and know that whatever is in our locker room is really all we need to go out there and win." Clark's presence, even off the court, has been vital for the Fever, who are 3-4 in games she has missed this season. That includes a stretch where they struggled to find offensive rhythm without her playmaking and floor leadership, but her confidence in the team hasn't wavered, and her voice remains a steadying force for a young and determined roster. "Honestly, I'm really proud of our group. Every single day we come back with the same energy, the same attitude, and wanting to get better," Clark said. "Being in situations that have been tough and responding really well every single time is what we could always fall back on." With the WNBA All-Star break looming and playoff positioning becoming more relevant each week, Tuesday's Commissioner's Cup final presents a rare chance for the Fever to win hardware and galvanize their season. The air inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse hung heavy with silence, unusual for a team fresh off a playoff-clinching win. But this was different. The Indiana Fever had just survived a brutal overtime slugfest against New York to punch their ticket to the Commissioner's Cup final, but not without cause. 2 key starters, Nalisa Smith and Christy Wallace, were questionable. The defense had cracks, and fatigue was setting in. Caitlin Clark sat on the cold bench after the game, sweat still dripping down her neck, fingers twitching from adrenaline. She had scored 34 points, dropped 10 assists, and hit the game-tying 3 with 0.7 seconds left in regulation. And yet, her eyes weren't celebratory. They were calculating. This wasn't over, not by a long shot. The Fever weren't supposed to be here, not in the final, not after a 1-7 start, not with headlines questioning every missed shot, every hard foul, every time Caitlin took the blame for things beyond her control. But they had clawed back, learned to play together, learned to trust the hard way, and now they had one more mountain to climb. The defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces. Monday morning, practice facility. The locker room buzzed with the usual background noise, tape ripping, sneakers squeaking, a Bluetooth speaker playing Beyoncé low in the corner. The players were exhausted, sore, banged up, but something was different today. Caitlin stood in the center of the room with the clipboard in hand. Not a coach, not a captain by title, but something more, something the team had grown to rely on. Not just her shooting, not her vision, but her voice. "All right, listen up," she said, the music lowering automatically. "We all know what Vegas brings. Size, speed, experience. They've been here before. But I'm telling you right now, we didn't come this far to fold now." Kelsey Mitchell raised an eyebrow. She was a veteran. She'd seen big talk before. But Caitlin kept going. "They think we're tired. They think we're too young, too fragile, too hyped, and not ready for the moment. Good. Let them think that. Because when that tip goes up, they're going to find out we're not here for the spotlight. We're here to win. A quiet murmur of agreement rippled through the room. Even the trainers paused. I don't care who scores. I don't care if I take 2 shots at 20. We play fever basketball. We move the ball. We defend like our season's on the line, because it is. And when that fourth quarter comes, we run. We run harder than they can follow. Aaliyah Boston nodded slowly, then cracked a grin. Let's cook then. Laughter broke the tension. The team huddled up, hands in. Fever on 3, Caitlin called. 1, 2, 3. Fever. Commissioner's Cup. Final game night at the Las Vegas was loud, red, and ruthless. Signs mocking Clark, boos with every touch. The Aces were the darlings of the league, the reigning queens of the court. The Fever came out shaky. A few early turnovers, missed layups, down 12 at the half. But in the locker room, no panic. Caitlin paced the floor, a towel over her shoulders. They punched first, she admitted. But we're still standing, and they're not ready for what's coming. Boston bruised and double-teamed all game. Nodded. Time to return the favor. Third quarter, Caitlin hit back-to-back threes from the logo. Her defenders pressed higher, and she found Erica Wheeler cutting backdoor. The run began. 12-2, then 26, and then the moment. Fourth quarter tie game. 1:12 left. Fever ball. Caitlin dribbled up slowly, calm as midnight. Chelsea Gray reached out to press. Caitlin crossed right, then stepped back. Deep too deep. She fired. Swish! The crowd exploded. Some in awe, some in horror. The Fever bench leapt up. Final buzzer. Fever 84, Aces 80. And they